Where the hell does your baby go? Where are you putting that baby?
Having nine children, I for eight of them, I was either a full-time stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom in some capacity. For my last one, I was in the tech sector, and so I had a maternity leave, but I didn't end up taking it. I just worked from home essentially instead of in the office, so that I could still close deals because I'm in the sales side. And fun fact, I actually closed the largest deal in my career while I was on maternity leave, and the fact that I had a baby at home was actually what helped speed up the process. That's a win. So, but I did a big deep dive at one point because I had heard so many people talk about other countries and how well maternity leave was handled, and I wasn't satisfied with any of them. There were none that either met the financial standard that I feel like should be there or the time standard that I feel like should be there. There was a failure point in all of them from the support aspect of motherhood. There were some that were like full-time childcare, but I don't think that's the right answer because I really feel like that first year, or I mean even the first 3 years, like mama should be with baby because it's so healthy for the child. At the same time, I also understand that that's not fully practical thing, especially in different sectors. Like my daughter-in-law is law enforcement. She's a police officer. And I didn't realize how dramatically, like the moment she was pregnant, everything changed for her job. She wasn't able to work in the same capacity. She had to go on light duty. It dramatically affected her career because of the fact that she was pregnant. I just didn't realize how much of an impact that was. So, but like when you even look at the different sectors of where women are working, that you don't realize the impact pregnancy has, and like there's not a one size fits all solution. Nobody has solved maternity leave. Nobody has solved it from a financial perspective, from a physical burden perspective, from a childcare perspective. It's just really difficult. And so the more that I think about this, I don't think the solution is fully a government solution. I don't think the solution is fully a private sector, like a corporate America solution, because there's always going to be a loss. Like I have a friend who owns a he's a doctor, and so he's like, when nurses go out, I want them to be home with their babies. I want them to be home with their children, but at the same time I'm paying them for 6 months to not be here, and that's also a huge financial burden for me when I also have to pay for someone who's filling in that role. That is absolutely a huge financial burden. So there's just not really a great solution to this. And I don't know. I'm more than willing to start to entertain ideas beyond because quite frankly, all of the countries that I looked at, there wasn't anybody batting 1,000 in my opinion. There I looked at Sweden, Canada, Australia, all of them. Like there's still an implication to this that doesn't have the same level of support that I think is necessary for mothers to really be able to thrive during motherhood. I think it really goes back to the fact that we are tribal in nature and we offset each other's burdens, but because of the lack of healthy boundaries for several generations, or the onslaught of vilification of motherhood, where people are not embracing it or really talking about it, and then not being able to manage it well because of that, or hiding our imperfections and not asking for help in the same capacity because there's a shame tied to it. I don't know. Motherhood has really been under attack. And this is just one of the symptoms of it. But here's the thing, without motherhood, society doesn't ever have any problem solved because the way that we solve problems is with people who know how to solve those problems. And the solution can't be just cease as a society. The solution has to be what did we lose in tribal knowledge as life went on and generations went on that we're not doing now in order to ensure that women are able to thrive in what they were created to do as a mother.